Is that what you're saying?
So I think you can cantilever a couple feet, but the posts have to be
10 foot
within.
away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll make sure it's not changed on there, but
Okay.
I'll definitely because I don't want to have any easement problems.
Yeah, last meeting, when you were here, I thought that property was a part of the HOA, and it is in fact.
It is?
It is.
Okay.
So there's some restrictions in the HOA, and I gave a copy to Aaron.
Okay.
So you can get those and take a look at them.
Okay. Did you see any? Did you look at it? Did you see anything?
There is a 10-foot maintenance easement.
Yeah.
Between
Yep.
Building 8 and you're considered Building 9.
Yeah, there is definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
aware of that. So I can do the retaining wall within that easement. Like, I just can't build any, decks or
A permanent
buildings.
structure. Okay.
Yeah. So we're aware of that. And I honestly, I don't want to encroach on that condo any more than I have to, but that 2 or 3 feet cantilever makes a huge difference on that deck.
And that's not our purview, to be honest, what
Yeah,
just pointed
That's
out to
that's
you.
not our,
Yep.
That's
not our
between the
thing.
city and the HOA and
Yep.
everything. So
Understandable.
just wanted to bring
I
that
just,
up.
I looked into that, I just wanted you to be aware of
Yes.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
And then the colors, can you scroll to the colors? Is that on your
Yes, yes, I got those up.
packet there? I think those were part of the palette there.
Yep.
And the
those were
pewter,
definitely-
is that what you're going to paint the main building color?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the trim's going to be the alabaster.
The number 2,
The
is that number 2?
Yep. So,
This other screenshot is
Alabaster, okay.
it's a scheme that's in our
Okay.
color packet. I mean, it's not it's not exact. Some of the I think the
Yeah.
the accent is used for the main color, but still it's a recommended color scheme in
so
our
the
in our design book.
rendering, it doesn't show that alabaster around the windows,
Yeah.
but it's already alabaster around those windows. There's a, apron and trim around it. So that'll definitely be around all the windows.
But the darker color is going to be the main color.
Yes. Yep. And those
'Cause it's actually pretty close
The windows
to-
aren't
yeah.
black. They are white.
Okay.
And then it'll have the white trim alabaster.
The alabaster.
Okay.
I think it's going to look great.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. No, I like that from a color standpoint. I'd rather not have the white siding. So, which is one of the things we were objecting to. The only other thing I'd object to is the signage.
Those aren't. So he just put those on there.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a sign company.
Okay.
Do something, a little more fitting to the area. And I did see, like what the requirements are.
Okay.
So like there's the hanging sign by the door on the
bracket?
Front Street. Yeah, that's gonna look, a lot like all the other ones in town.
So you'll hang a sign from that bracket?
Yep.
Okay.
There'll be something there, and then we're gonna have one sign on the side. So there'll be the hanging sign, and then there will be a Washmo sign on that face, but it's not gonna.
On this face here?
Yeah, it's not gonna be a white poster board with a sign, And I'll definitely, when I get that design, I'll be more than happy to come back here.
Okay.
And let you guys see that. And
Well, and I think our purview would be this, what the materials are and what it's made of and how it's
Yeah.
lighted.
How
it's lit.
Lit,
It can't be
yep.
backlit, it's
So,
gotta be,
no flashing LEDs.
yeah.
None of that.
I mean, most of them around here do the little,
So what I was wanting to
that
do,
come out from the building and point back on the sign.
Right.
Most of them do that.
I might have a light on it, like an old looking light.
Yeah, that's what Marlon just said,
Yeah,
a
no, that's
gooseneck
fine.
night that comes around and shines down on it, yeah. And then the other thing, and I don't know if you guys talked about this, but it's just square footage. Sign, and if you know the regulations, you got it, but it can't be over a certain size based on the square footage of the wall that it's on, so just
Okay.
keep that in mind too.
I got the email about all the signs, and I really haven't gone through them yet, but I'll definitely make sure.
Yeah.
I'm within.
I would probably prefer something horizontal, and that's what the code refers to, kind of like going along with the lines of the street.
Right. For the
But-
Washmos?
rather than that square one there.
Yes.
And then on the
Yep.
side, if you go to the side,
Yeah, those sides definitely is gonna get a big horizontal one, appropriate to the square footage, but like he just, if you look at the side rendering, he just stuck two
Got it.
posters up there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we-
that's
on,
not gonna
on the
be-
side, the same thing. Probably if it was me, I'd put another bracket right on the corner of the building,
That would
on the
look
south,
nice. Yep.
west corner of the building, and get
Like
rid
one
of, get
right
rid
by
of the
where
two.
where it shows the electric, that little white box.
Yeah,
So like right there would be.
yeah.
Yep.
And then the sign, I don't mind the sign over the 4 windows, but again, I would make it
Horizontal.
horizontal.
Yeah, I don't think.
I would include it as part of the architecture, like I'd put some sort of panels in there and then have it go in the panels, but, because a lot of the signs downtown,
Yeah.
many of the signs downtown do that.
Right.
But other than that, I mean, the change at that main entrance helped a lot.
Oh, yeah, it looks
Helped a
much
lot moving that door to the other side, so we appreciate that.
Very good.
So I had a full bathroom up there.
Up on the second
where
floor?
it's going in now. So yeah, on that second
Oh, so you had to
floor.
redo that? Yeah,
So we're actually just gonna make that a usable bathroom for the customers, and then just put a door, because storage
gotcha,
is that the whole upper area is storage.
gotcha.
Yeah, and I was gonna use that, if I ever needed to take a shower, before I went home or something, but I don't need it.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any?
Oh, that looks
Good, I like the color. I think
Yeah.
the sign advice is spot on.
Yeah,
So I got one question, and possibly a favor to ask. So down on Front Street, you got the Historical Society sign, and it's bolted to the concrete
right,
with the bushes around it.
okay.
Is it possible that I can move that back to the building and not it because it's sitting off like 3 feet from the building, sitting in a grassy area with these big bushes around it? Can I just move it back? I want to leave it there for sure.
Hey, Kate,
See any issue?
is there any way you can pull that up on Google
Yeah,
Earth or
yeah.
not? I don't know that I have an issue with that, as long as did the
I might, I
Historical
just want to
Society
put it
put
right
those in?
next to the building.
But years ago, I mean, that was,
That was a long time ago.
Right there, that one.
So you'll
Yeah,
put
just
that,
like
you want to get rid of the fence and like bolt it on the building, or?
I just want to put it up against, no, same thing. I'm going to unbolt it.
Okay.
And just put two concrete piers up against the building and just move it back.
Oh, yeah.
Because what I really like to do is, those bushes are so overgrown and stuff right there, I'd like to just get rid of them.
Yeah.
And that all just gets grown. And it's actually city property, but it's never maintained.
yeah,
They don't do anything with it. So I was gonna ask the city if I could just put a couple tables out there. Because we're gonna serve coffee and stuff in the morning.
Yeah.
Gourmet coffees and whatnot.
Yeah.
And just a couple more tables just adds. And it's so nice right there, like.
yeah.
Yeah,
actually think
we'd,
it'll look
we'd like
better.
to keep the sign because it is the oldest.
Definitely want to keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm keeping that one. And then there's another placard right by the door.
Correct.
That's awesome too. And actually, so we've got the deck, we've got the patio, we got the rooftop deck, we got the main floor, and then we got the basement. And I want to name each one of those areas after the family members that lived in that house. Oh, very cool. So, and we're going to have a sign for, like, you're going to be on, you want to sit in Lucinda's deck or the Owens patio, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just something to keep a little of the history because you got the story right there and just
Okay.
kind of bring it inside a little bit.
Now, Aaron, can you think of any reason why they wouldn't be able to move that sign?
Yeah.
I can't think of any ordinances. It's not, I mean,
no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'll check with our city engineer, but
No.
offhand, no.
I remember when they put it there, it was just, we just want to keep the sign. If you want to move it back.
I want to keep it back, move it back. I don't even want to put a table in front of it. If I move it back, it just
yeah.
creates a little more space.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's an issue at all. I would ask the city about tables. Again, that's also
Yeah,
our
no, I'm
purview.
run
So,
it by the city. I just noticed my property line is the front of the building.
yeah.
So that area is part of the city's, but I'm the one who's got to trim the bushes and cut the grass and all that.
Sure.
I'd like to just get rid of it. I thought about putting like the Bushman in there, you know, when people walk by, it scares people.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't do that.
I think that's an improvement with your idea of the bushes. They're pushing that back and giving that a little bit more of a curb appeal right there, because that's.
You know what? And you're gonna be able to see the sign much better.
Yeah.
It'll stand out.
Well, everything, all the
I'll put a
stonework.
light on it even. I mean, it's just, you know, this morning I was over there meeting an excavator, and there's two ladies were walking down, and they stopped right there. And they read the signs and went over to the little one, were looking at it, and then they walked on. So, it's good stuff.
It's nice.
Great question. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would just say, you know, make sure to get with me about the signs. I'm more than happy to provide guidance on that. And if you want to do outdoor dining, probably also get with me, and I'll
Yep.
I'll try to help you out. So.
Awesome. Right.
Well, with that, if anybody can entertain a motion, I think it needs to be, include that we're not approving the signage at this point. So other than that.
what I was
we're
gonna
good.
say.
Yeah,
So,
that's
okay.
understandable.
Anybody make a
So I'll
motion?
motion to approve the architecture as illustrated with the condition that we review the signs once you get those proofed up, so.
And the colors.
Yeah.
Do we have a second?
I'll second, yes.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Good luck. We'll
Appreciate
see you again soon.
All right. You guys have a good evening.
You too.
306 Locust Street. Are the owners here for that?
Yes, we are.
I got to pull it up. Hold on.
Could we have your name?
My name is Philip James.
Okay.
My wife Melissa is
Okay.
also here, and our contractor Aaron Uthman is here tonight.
Okay. All right. How you doing? Awesome.
I'm doing good. How are you doing tonight?
Good. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a pretty easy one. It's a nice garage. So,
I would hope so.
wish I had one in my house like that.
I mean, if you see the existing garage that's there and you
Here,
see
I'll-
that, you know, this should be.
I'll pull that up too.
That's really pull, but I mean, we live at 306 Locust Street.
Yeah.
The garage that is there has been there since we don't know when. So last week, we were at planning and zoning.
Yeah.
Because obviously, we're not to the 2 foot, we're 2 feet away from the line, from the
Okay.
property line.
Yeah.
So we had the approval to build back to
Right.
where we're at currently today, and that would have impacted, depending on where that was at, would have impacted, we probably would not have had any of this out to the side, even though
Gotcha.
we have that today, so.
Okay.
Yeah, there we are.
That's what the current garage looks like.
Yeah.
A little less cartoony though, but
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you can't really see it from street view. So.
Right.
Is this a situation where the garage was actually in disrepair and needed to be taken down? The old one?
Well, I mean, the garage today is just not very functional for us.
Right.
The door, like the doors on it actually move, they rotate to the side. It's on old cast iron tracks. I can't park my truck in it, it won't fit.
Yeah,
it was made for a Model T.
yeah.
And it just is not very functional in today's world. And obviously, we live in a really cool house built in 1921.
Yeah.
And so we said, if we're gonna do a garage, let's do it to make it look like the house, so.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, and I think our.
So this was a plan that we pulled for Aaron just to give us some advice on. Then we said, okay, depending on how the meeting went last week, we'll know what size we can build.
Right.
And pending tonight, then next step for us is to get an architect involved, because it's a tight space back there.
Right.
So we want to get an architect involved with Aaron and start to develop then the plan.
Yeah, I don't have, I mean,
I think it
the
looks
colors
great.
look kind of consistent with the scheme, and it's long, and I assume it's not vinyl siding, that's the only issue we might have. is that
Despise
there's a-
vinyl siding. Actually, on our house, if you go back to if you want to pull our house back up, this is the first time Aaron will hear me even mention this, but the dormers on our house have vinyl siding on them. And
Oh,
we
is that
just
right?
don't like
Yeah.
it.
Right,
So, depending on how much this thing costs to build, we would also have plans to take all the vinyl siding off the front and the back of the house and replace it with
Gotcha.
some type of appropriate material, whatever that might be.
There's some suspicious characters on your front porch there. I don't know if you.
Yeah, it looks like,
that you?
it looks like there's a family party going on out there when the Google car came by. I probably have a glass of wine sitting over there. In the side.
Well, I think the rendering looks fantastic. I think
Yeah.
it matches the style of your house perfectly. I like the color schemes. Are you gonna, are you gonna change the paint colors on your house at all, like when you do the dormers or anything? I know it's mostly brick,
No,
but
our house is almost completely brick.
Yeah.
And so the house just really just has white trim, white eaves, and things. And there's not much wood on the house. Here, we really haven't talked about the exact specific color, but like most Craftsman colors, there's gonna be some type of a sage green that's obviously really popular. There's a couple of muted yellows, and we're not building a yellow garage, so don't get me wrong, we're not gonna do that.
Right.
But it'll be some type of, somewhere between a bluish, greenish type, very period appropriate Craftsman color though.
wonderful.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve as submitted.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
guys.
Thank you very much, thank you.
Yep. 214 West Fifth Street. Do we have the owners here tonight?
Good evening, everyone. Ken Shear, Horn Architects, 3 Lafayette Street.
I can.
What you're looking at tonight is an emergency staircase addition to the southwest side of Emmanuel Lutheran Church on 4th Street, 5th Street. I'll get my street right sooner or later. Promise.
5th Street, yeah.
It's in between, yeah. It's in between 4th and 5th, yeah.
We're building in town. No on 5th Street over here. Location map, it's kind of off the back parking lot, so the stair addition isn't really facing 5th Street or Cedar as much as it would really be facing 6th Street, if you will. The intention is to use brick veneer to match the existing veneer in color and texture. Basically be the same height as the existing building and the same masonry detailing as the existing building. It's not real exciting to look at. It's a stair addition. So I think there was a couple photographs.
Oh, yep, I'll pull those up.
You have those, Aaron? Mm-hmm. So right kind of on that corner that you're seeing, that's where the new staircase would sit. The other thing we're doing that would be probably visible, it's gonna be slightly visible from 5th Street, is they're going to add a mechanical unit to the building to air condition the gymnasium. And that ductwork, that piece of equipment will probably be visible from 5th Street over at the intersection, or kind of at Lafayette and 5th there.
Is it, where it's gonna sit on the roof, or it's gonna sit down low and it'll be ducted into the?
No, it's gonna sit on the roof and then be ducted over into the gym. So
Okay.
you'll probably see a little bit of the unit, you'll probably see a little bit of the ductwork where it comes in. We tried to put it on the south side of the building, but the gym won't. The basketball court in that gym is shifted to the south. So if we came in the south side, we'd be too low, we'd be coming in over the court.
Okay.
So we kind of had to come in off the north side. We really didn't want to put it on the ground
Yeah, well,
where the playground's at there now. We
well,
really
it
didn't
would
wanna-
become a playground, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't want to set it on the ground there and run it up the side of the building, so.
Kenny, this is gonna run the whole length of the building.
It'll be,
The
it'll be
height.
the same height as the existing, yep, yes, yep. So what that's providing is right now, the second floor has a single staircase, and you might be able to see it in the photographs, there's a
Old
a
fire
pretty
escape.
sketchy, fire escape that's old enough to vote.
There's a couple of Frankenstein 4x4s on there,
Holding that
right
thing up
now.
Right now,
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of the intention, is to try to alleviate that situation.
Huh.
If somebody is interested in it, I could
I was
make
gonna
it a
say,
real good deal.
yeah.
Aaron, could you go to the floor plan again real quick? I just want to look through this part of the packet did not get to my email, by the way.
Oh.
I only got the site plan. That was it.
I didn't send a floor plan. of-
For some reason, I didn't. Okay, so where's Fifth Street from?
Other side of the building, straight up, yeah,
Straight up? Oh, so we're on the,
south side.
you can't even see, okay. And where's the unit going you were talking about, the
If
HVAC unit?
if you pan down on that, I'll go the other way, Aaron, sorry, up and down, I'm confused by that. So right about, if you see where, stop right there. If you see on the right-hand side of the image, there's a couple arrows pointing down at the ground. One of those is a transformer and one's a clean out. If you go just to the left of those, it would be on the roof up above it.
Like right here?
Yeah, kind of
Okay.
above that area. A little
Okay.
bit more to the west, but in that
To the
area.
center, centered in, okay.
If you go to the elevation,
Fifth Street's up, right? Fifth
Yes,
Street's up.
Fifth Street is up,
yes.
yep.
If you go to the elevation, Aaron, one of those has the unit drawn on there. If you go down
Down?
on the sheet. So that unit will set inboard, and then what it does is it'll run over, page to your right, please.
I got it.
Aaron.
Okay.
It goes in where those windows are right there. And then that ductile T across the back of the gym above the bleachers.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The other option was to go, like I say, kind of down on the ground there to the left, far left-hand side, and I got vetoed on that real quick.
Aaron, could you, please don't hate me, could you go to the Fifth Street view of that? So I
Yeah.
can see what it,
Yep.
because I think there's stuff up there now.
There is, yeah. You don't really see a lot of it. You have a view, your best view is gonna be from Lafayette Street intersection, looking to the southwest is probably gonna be your best view of that.
Getting a little vertigo.
There you go.
Yeah, so, okay. So it's gonna be basically in
Right
between
next-
those two units that you see? Okay.
Yep, yep.
So the two units farthest to the left that you can see, it'll be in between those two?
Yeah, it'll be in between those and slightly to the right,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. Right in
So-
that area is kind of where that sits.
Okay.
And like I say, if you go to the street view, kind of at Lafayette, kind of the intersection there, Aaron, that is probably the place where it'll be the most, well, that tree's conveniently located for me. I planted that just for this meeting. If you go,
We got some fall coverage here.
yeah, let's see if we,
Oh, there's old Fifth Street, that's a while ago.
what I really think you're probably gonna see the most of is where the ductwork goes in the
Into the
window.
gym, yeah.
That's what you're probably gonna see the most of.
Yeah.
So like right there,
That's what I was
you know,
thinking.
you're gonna see probably where the duct comes up and goes into that, into
Maybe
that upper-
painted like a
Between the two
PVC
windows
coating
there?
or something on it? I don't know.
Between the two windows there?
Yeah, it'll go in through two of the windows.
Oh, it goes through the window.
Yeah, it
Gotcha.
goes through the window
Okay.
opening, yeah. And yeah, we can talk to the owner about painting that, try to match that brick. The only trick to that a little bit is
Over time, it's gonna,
over time it fades, and sometimes when we try to hide stuff like that, we end up drawing more attention to it by trying to hide it.
Plus, does that take the eastern sun from that? Would that
It will get some, in the morning, you're gonna get
Yeah,
eastern
that can
sun
be-
on that.
What's that?
that's what I was wondering. You've got a brand new
was on
piece
the
of
back
galvanized up there. It's gonna be
It's right
like,
there on the front side.
you know, in the morning. We drive to Borgia every morning and I drop 3 off at Emmanuel, every morning.
It's right here,
So,
right between those two windows.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, that's where it's going, where the big group of windows?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
by the way, I'm very excited that we're putting air conditioning in the gym. Very, very excited.
I mean, you'll see a little
Not
bit.
everyone has it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's a location up there where you're not gonna see some
See
of
it,
that.
100%. I was just thinking again, a bright, shiny new ductwork, which even after a couple months, it won't be shiny
Yeah,
anymore.
we try to hide those when we can, and sometimes you get situations where, like I say, you're just not really hiding anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it looks great. I mean, I think from what I saw, the material, the brick for the stairwell column is gonna match as close as we possibly can, so, And I don't want to say I should abstain because I'm so excited about the air conditioning in the gym, but I'm pretty excited about the air conditioning.
Hold on. I make a motion to approve.
Okay.
Have a
I'll second.
Those in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kenny.
That's right.
Is somebody here for the Second and Lafayette Alley?
Okay, I'll have to start.
Hi. How are you? Good.
So my name is Danielle Macaboose, and I'm with Rivertown Arts Foundation. We have kind of a fun little community project that we've been working on with Downtown Inc. and River Sirens Collective, where we're trying to beautify the alley and do like a community mural during Art and Wine Fest, and have the community have the option to participate in kind of a beautification project, and kind of like have a little mark on their town. So,
Right.
but I was gonna say that was the mock-up that they just had as far as the design.
I'm gonna
Oh,
pull
you're
up.
going to
I'm gonna
this
pull up
place.
where it is.
Yeah, it's the alley.
I know
that
exactly
kind of
where.
borders the, kind of the Masonic Lodge and the old post office.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where it is.
So the section that we're looking at is the north-facing section, or the north wall.
Right.
And it's the unfinished painted section. So we're kind of,
Yep, right there.
yeah, it's kind of hard to see.
It goes
That
quite,
little guy.
it goes quite a bit down the alley,
It
doesn't
goes
it?
quite a bit down the alley, correct, yeah. We're trying to make it look like one large art installation piece. And we're gonna keep it as far as like the background, the same color as the River Sirens Collective building. So it kind of looks like one uniformed, piece of art that kind of leads you down the alley. But that's the design that, the graphic designer from Downtown Inc. Drew up. But that's pretty much the visualization of the project.
Yeah.
Any questions or anything?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be on a lot of old brick, so it's always good to
No
hear.
brick, it's all just pretty much the retaining walls of everybody's parking lots.
Right.
So it's kind of like poured concrete, so.
Old poured concrete, old.
I guess I just have one question.
Yes, please.
When this is all done, that alley doesn't get much maintenance. There's stuff growing all over the place.
Correct.
Who's going to maintain that?
I was gonna say
The
volunteers.
city. Okay.
Volunteers, the city. We also kind of have, yeah, I was gonna say, it's pretty much, although at the same time, I don't know, yeah, I was gonna say the city would necessarily spray it maybe, but at the same time, I would say volunteers for the most part.
Okay.
Mainly just weeds coming up through
It's
there.
really just weeds coming up. I mean, Downtown Inc., for the most part, I think they manage their own section of their wall.
Last time I was through there, I had to take a machete. I'm just kidding.
You don't own a machete.
He thought about it.
But yeah,
No, I think it looks great.
It does. It
Yeah,
looks
does
really
anybody
good.
have any,
nice little beautification project. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
how much of it will be painted by downtown or the Art and Wine Fest folks?
Well, I don't know.
Will they be
You'll
drinking
find out.
prior?
Gosh. Definitely, we're anticipating that. So I was gonna say, don't worry, we've got plans of action for deterring drunk people or trying to, it's really meant for children it's meant for people 8 and up.
Okay.
To really participate. We understand that younger ones are gonna want to, but we're gonna have an area that's appropriate for them to do art and so forth. But
You have like
That's a
all
great
lined
idea.
out and they
Really
just
is.
literally come and paint it by the.
yeah, we're gonna have it all sketched out, so
Oh,
it'll be
that's
pretty
cool.
self-explanatory, so.
That'd be
pretty
great.
easy. And then whatever doesn't get completed, then Rivertown Arts will finish and,
Okay.
but yeah.
Rivertown Arts, that's who you're with?
Rivertown Arts Foundation, correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do I have a motion to approve?
Also motion.
And I'll
Second.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's gonna be great.
It's nice. You see that a lot in smaller cities. When you go around.
Did Brianna draw that?
It's better than grit.
Did Brianna draw that?
Brianna did.
Brianna, okay.
Yeah, and we
for
also
her.
do have, we also have been talking about, dedicating it to Lake Erie Lucy, so there's been talks about naming the alley possibly,
Okay.
Lucy Lane, so. I know, right? It kind of almost seems fitting, so.
Yeah.
But again, that's all in discussion as well.
Okay,
Cool.
great.
Another time.
Okay. A discussion item, the ordinance,
Uh,
talk about that?
yeah, I can talk about it. I can talk about it for sure.
Bring it on.
We'll probably come back to this at some point in time. Okay, I'm gonna stop the Zoom, so, or at least stop sharing for now. If Bridget joins, she joins. Okay, so let me get out all this. Okay, so last time we kind of talked about, for those of you who weren't here, we kind of talked about, what are we actually, what does the state of Missouri allow us to do as a historic preservation commission, and what are the rules that our specific local ordinance allows us to do? Because we had a training a little bit ago that, kind of went into some details about all that. And just some of the things that, so just to review, when is design review required? It is required for any municipal improvements, street projects, all sorts of permits that go through our system in the design review area, and demolition. As we saw that today, they're taking down that garage and building new. Who is exempt from design review? Ordinary repairs, emergency repairs, interior remodeling, all that jazz. And so this is the specific language about when a certificate of review is required. So there are two categories here, and they're somewhat similar, but different enough to where they mean sort of different things. So for exterior facade improvements on all structures located within the historic design review area, including but not limited to painting, window replacement, roof replacement, awning replacement, construction of new doors or windows, and any other facade improvement that requires a building permit. And then there's number 2, which is all new construction to include primary and accessory structures within the National Register Historic Districts on the Historic Preservation Design Review Map and in the Historic Preservation Design Review area. So those may sound like the same things, but the National Register of Historic Districts, the National Register of Historic Districts, that is a different thing than the design review area. The design review area is something the city has come up with and said, hey, we want to take a closer look at all sorts of improvements. So if someone does, paints their house outside of the design review area, but they're within a historic district, you folks do not get to see it. So just to kind of give you some geography here, this is the design review area. So you got a lot of what you think of as downtown Washington, bounded by 5th Street to the south, kind of Cedar Street, kind of snakes up a little bit here, gets Elijah McClain's over here, and you got, what is that? Jefferson to the east. So that's the design review area. And then these are the historic districts. So there's a number of properties that are outside of the review area, but are historic, or are in the historic district. 306 Locust Street that you saw today, if they painted their house or replaced their doors or got a new roof, you folks would not see it. But because they were building a new garage, you saw it. Something else that we talked about at our training in January was a flow chart, and because there are two different sort of requirements, the flow chart gets a little confusing, to be honest, because there's there's just we have two different sort of pools that people go into dependent on what exactly your project is, whether that be in the historic district or in the design review area. So the flow chart is a little bit confusing, and I'm more than happy to pull this up and for us to take a look at it and see how we can simplify it maybe. But just as of now, for what I came up with, it seems to be a little confusing following our ordinance. So talking about what is a structure. So these are things that you will review, if they come up, if they come to my attention and they're within a historic district or the design review area. So anything constructed or erected, the use of which requires permanent or temporary location in the ground, including but not without limiting the following: buildings, fences, gazebos, advertising signs, billboards, backstops for tennis courts that calls out specifically, radio and television antennas and towers, and swimming pools. And this is the definition of a structure in the historic preservation ordinance. This is not the definition of a building in our zoning. So we have unique language for structures in our historic preservation ordinance, which is kind of interesting. But anywho, so talking about enforceability, we kind of also got into this last time. So in my opinion, in my professional opinion, anything not requiring a building permit cannot be consistently and fairly enforced, given the current capacity of the planning and code enforcement departments. And these changes have not been enforced consistently in the past. And I put up a couple of things on screen that we've had trouble catching or enforcing in the past. That being fences, door replacements, window replacements, and paint. So thinking about this, there's a couple of things we can do. One of which is updating our historic preservation application. Kind of modernize it a little bit. I think we've had the same application for a number of years. Maybe go a bit more into detail about, is your property on the local or national register? Are you going to maintain the integrity, and what can you do to follow our design guidelines? So making applicants more aware of the resources that this board has during the application process on our paperwork. A lot of folks just call me, but it still is important to have our paper materials up to date. Another thing that I want to start doing is preparing staff reports for this board. That's something that has not been done in the past, and that this checklist item you see here on the slide are some things that I want to take upon myself to convey to you all to help inform your decisions as the Historic Preservation Commission. Another idea I had to get the word out there is a public awareness campaign in May. I believe that's National or Historic Preservation Month, and send out some letters to property owners about the requirements of the Historic Preservation Commission and what they have to do to stay in compliance with the city. Some other ideas I had for that, to kind of get the word out about, what we do as a board is, an informational session, or like a short, where we present, or we just have like a room full of, information about the board. Let's see, rework the application. And then this last point here, codify more elements of the design guidelines. Last month, we had a discussion about a sign off 5th Street, and staff was under the impression that, we allowed backlit signs in the design review area, which is not the case. That is, we missed that somehow. But stuff like that. So I guess if you all, as the commission, want to, do your homework, and I'll do my homework too, and come up with a list of, things that are currently in the design guidelines that we can put into the zoning, whether they be in the sign code or just things that you think we can enforce, during the planning or building process. So I kind of threw a lot at you there, but any comments?
Can I ask, when somebody applies for a building permit, who sees it first to recognize if it has to go to us?
Jamie.
Jamie, and people, it's online now, right? Building permit
Correct,
process,
yep.
is that correct? So it's online, it goes to Jamie, and Jamie's the one who decides to say, hey, is this is it in historic district, it is a structure, or is it in the downtown district?
Correct.
Either of those, it comes to us. Or if
Correct.
it's a sign in the downtown district. it
Correct.
comes to us.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
think we've got most of them, but there've been a couple that slipped through the cracks.
Sure, yeah. With me being relatively new, I want to, do my part to make sure that we're, we're keeping everything up to speed and,
Yep.
making sure everything's good. So,
Okay.
Could you, Aaron, I wrote this down when you were talking about the review area and the historic districts. Could we, or would it make sense to align the borders of the review area with the historic districts?
that was another idea I had. I don't think I specifically mentioned that, but I mean, I don't see why not,
It would make, it would
really
align a
simplify
whole row on your
things.
flow chart. You could rewrite the verbiage to say any future expanded historic districts, the review area moves
Sure.
congruently with that.
Sure. Yeah, that's a good idea. And, we would probably, well, I don't know. You would have to look at more things, because
Well, yeah.
it's more, we require like additions and paint to be reviewed. But I don't hate that. I think that's
Can I
that's a
see
good
the
idea.
difference again? Can you scroll through that?
It's a bit more, but like
Yeah,
the
it
green
has-
is all the shoe district. That was the last historic district that we added, in
Yeah.
19, I think was when it was finally done. And so there's a lot in there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's only gonna get older.
And they're historic districts, so
Yeah.
Oh, we can see, is that the black line? Is that the
Yeah.
design review area?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, I see that. So it includes some of that yellow over there?
Yes.
For whatever reason, because it's, what street is that? That last street?
Jefferson.
That's Locust? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that idea because we don't necessarily need crazy code change to even enact that. We just have to change the design review boundaries, which I haven't looked into this, but I would assume that would just be an ordinance that you folks would recommend, and then we pass that through council at some point in time, so.
And I guess my question goes back to the folks who just go ahead and do it
Sure.
without any permits or
Sure.
reviews.
Yeah, well, frankly, that's a code enforcement issue, we have to make sure that our code enforcement department is aware of that, and, I'm more than willing to send, zoning compliance letters to say, hey, you need to, come to our design review meetings and take a look at this. And that's why I think that a public awareness campaign would be good, because I'm sure there's some property owners that just don't know. And I don't know if we've necessarily done maybe as good a job as we should be at enforcing this. So, but yeah, just food for thought. And I guess, if you've got more things, or if you have come up with things to, this can be an ongoing process that we talk about, when more of you all are here. But if you come up with things in the design guidelines that seem like we can put into the zoning somehow, feel free to send me any ideas you got. So,
I have a question.
Mhm.
As a new member, and also I didn't attend last month,
sure.
I'm still, even though I read the booklet that was given to me, I'm still confused a bit about enforcement, what that really means. I mean, I know that they come before the design committee, and you look at all this, but when you use that word, I just would like some clarification, maybe from all of you that have been here for a while. I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean then you don't get a permit? Like,
Right now, we're advisory.
that's.
Well,
correct.
The only,
have to
the only
review, but
thing we
there's-
can say, we can keep somebody from demolishing an old structure.
Sure.
Correct?
You
Sure.
can't keep someone from demolishing.
We can keep
Can.
somebody from, we can,
But that's it.
but that's it.
Okay, so if
And then
someone-
we can tell somebody they have to have a sign that's not backlit. That's some. that's
Correct.
two of the
And
few
no
things.
electronic signs.
And that's what I read, but I just wanted to be clear about that.
Well, I guess to answer your question, if we notice that someone has built something or, painted a home or, done something that's against our ordinance, we can send them a zoning violation letter and then tell them to follow up and, make sure they get it on the back end. That's not ideal, but that's, there's a fine attached to that and, all sorts of things, so.
And is the, is it looked upon as to have more grounds for enforcement going forward?
I think that's what,
That's
I think that's the
this is
point, one of the
genesis
points of this
getting to
discussion,
that,
to see if there's
Yeah.
anything that we want to.
Correct.
If we want to give us a little bit more
Little more
power, just
teeth.
because right now we are just advisory. Now luckily, the guy on Lafayette and.
Right.
and
Oh my gosh, yeah,
in
he's
front,
great.
He came here and he made the changes we suggest, but he didn't have to,
Yeah.
so.
I've seen that,
Yeah.
oftentimes people do take the advice because
Yeah.
they're not sure, there's uncertainties as
Right.
to their ideas and whatnot, but, okay, yeah,
So-
thanks for, I just wanted to be clear on it.
No, absolutely. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. But anywho, I guess I'll get something more concrete for you all next month, and we'll keep this rolling. So it's kind of a long-term thing, but good deal. All right, that's all I have.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Old business, potential grants. Does anybody have anything there?
I guess something I can speak to that. We submitted our pre-application for our new design guidelines. So I hear back from the State Historic Preservation Office sometime later this month with comments, and then our main application is due May 14th or something like that. So got some work to do yet on that still.
Okay.
And we're in the process of talking to, I should say this. We're in the process of contacting consultants, who may be interested in preparing those design guidelines for us if we do get the grant. So that's also kind of another long-term thing for you all to be. For those who weren't here last month, we decided to apply for a grant for to update our current design guidelines. So yeah.
Okay,
Good, thank you.
great. Education conferences.
Status quo.
Okay. Kerbal P Awards, I don't think, does anybody have any
I
additional
will, so
awards
I
there?
do want to continue that this year, so if you're driving around and you see any addresses inside of any of the historic districts, let us know.
Okay.
I think last year we decided 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we need 6 new addresses. So,
Creating new history awards, which I think we did give one to.
yeah, and the Unterstall, one
Yeah,
is Maine, yep.
the building there. Again, if
Oh,
you
yeah, I
see
like
a
that award.
a
That's
good
nice.
example of somebody creating history, that's what those are for. Budget report, is there a budget report, Aaron?
No, I need to take that off there.
Okay.
So no budget report?
Historic district signage, we've been talking about that for years, or not years, a while, and I've been meaning to do something on that myself, but I just have not done it. So that's still on my list. And that's just signage for is it 5 or
Historic.
6 historic districts?
Correct.
Or is there a 7th?
Yep.
What's the Bush one? What color is the Bush?
That's the blue one up in the corner at 8th and Jefferson. It's the brewery.
Blue, okay. Gotcha. Okay. So that's still on my list, I just haven't gotten to it. Any other business? Anybody have anything they wanna? Aaron, anything else?
No. Mm-mm.
What's the stuff below the standard language and everything like that, is that's just to help? us?
That's something Bridget said I should put on the
Gotcha,
agenda, so.
just to help us when we're making
Correct,
motions?
yes.
Perfect, okay,
I should have read that earlier when I
okay.
made my motion. I left the date out.
Yeah.
All right, other than that,
I have one quick, and this is for next time, but if anybody has any more updates on the Calvin, I know we talked about that for a while, if there's anything that could be done just to try to help that place, it's just, I don't know if there's anything we can do, but I'd like to revisit that if we can, but not tonight, we don't have to do that tonight.
okay. Okay, well, Do we need a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Do you have a motion to adjourn?
Really quick, I noticed that our next meeting is also tonight at 5:30 PM.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Thank you.
April 13th is our next meeting,
Yeah.
and it'll
It's
be,
gonna be
it'll be
5:30 as well.
5:30 from here on out.
I'll
then?
fix that.
30's great.
Yeah, 5:30 is
At
good.
5:30, right?
Yes. Yeah, we can switch over to 5:30 permanently if you
Yeah,
all.
because this one took an
That's-
hour, and the last one took an hour too, so.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll change it for forever.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll also change that on the Outlook, because I don't think I changed that for
Jamie,
this.
Jamie sent a new invite.
Oh, great.
today.
Awesome.
So
Thank you, Jamie.
that's how I knew it was at 5:30 today.
Perfect.
Motion to adjourn again?
Motion.
Motion?
I'll second.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.